I've been told to stop insulting
Larpers?
larpers. I shan't. I shan't.
Never.
I think larping is silly.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Not for me.
2:30!
2-3-0.
Can you tell we've been here for that long? Because I feel like it's obvious. Right, just a couple of things before we get started. This performance, in case you couldn't tell, is a relaxed performance. What that means
Steady.
is that our lighting state should stay exactly the same as this. We have been experiencing some issues with the hotel lighting, so that might go off, but these two fans are still on the entire time. We'll never get to pull back out, and I will run across and fix them as quickly as possible. We also aren't expecting any sudden loud noises throughout the show, but there will be music for atmospheric purposes. And we have a relaxed attitude towards sound and movement from our audience for the benefit of those who are unable to sit still or be silent for a full hour. On that note, if you, some people can't, on that note, if you feel like you need to take a break at any point, you can use the seated area that you guys were sat in, just to the right of the doors that you came in through, and you can welcome back in at any point.
Sorry.
During, do you mind?
Sorry, it's arsing around behind you.
It's for the benefit of the audience.
Clown on stage, so he's doing it here, right? And you'd be welcome back in at any point if you need to go to that. Like that. I'm Naomi, I'm your long-suffering stage manager. I'll be right over there. Just give me a wave or call me over, and if it's something I can help you with, I will. I have home loop headsets available, but since we've been chatting to you, you don't need them. So I'm going to pass over to Chris, who's our GM for today.
Back into your
Hello,
corner.
hello, hello, hello. Welcome to today's last hour of Adventurers Wanted. Sad face. We've been running for 229 hours. This is our 230th. 21 to go. 21 to go
Less
before
than
we
a
end
day.
this,
Less than an
this
entire
mad,
day.
mad idea that one of my partners had. Right, so what are we doing here? We are playing a tabletop role-playing game. For those of you who are uninitiated, not him, what this means is that the players to my left and right are playing characters in a mystical universe, and I play the rest of the universe, so I handle the monsters they encounter, the situations they face, the giant oozes they try and disintegrate out from under themselves. Last hour, we'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try and condense all of the plot into what we're trying to do here, because 229 hours of plot is a lot of plot. So, I'm going to give you...
Game of Thrones.
Take that, Game of Thrones. I'm going to give you a précis of what's going on, give you an idea of the setup and the specific environment we're in now, but that will avoid a lot of what's going on. It just has to. What that means is that at any point during the hour, we have a relaxed performance style, as Naomi said. Feel free to shout out, say, what's going on? I'm confused, who's he? That's totally fine. Throw it in. We'd like everyone to know what's going on. That's far more important to us than fitting in a whole hour of stuff. Same goes for you, stream. We are streaming live on the internet. If you want to ask questions to the chat, Naomi will do her best to answer them or shout them out to us as we go along. However, the Cliff Notes version. These 4 people are crew members of the Spirit of the Horizon, a naval research vessel, which was taken away from its home plane because they cast a spell they found on a stone tablet in a forgotten temple. Not very smart. However, they were being chased by an unspeakable evil that they released from the stone temple when they took the tablet away. So, smartish. However, it teleported them to an entirely new plane of existence, a mystical world of oceans, archipelagos, islands, pirates. For the last 2 months of game time and 229 hours, they have been dealing with this world, trying to find allies, trying to find their way home. The stone tablet they used to get here, they have found that this world has something similar, and they went about collecting all the pieces of it, which they managed to find, and they were doing really well. And then a sorcerer friend of theirs called Candle nicked all of them.
Damn it, hell.
She took all the pieces and hid them in her home, the mystical city of Clarthid, a floating city of wizards. However, the room she decided to hide herself in, the door was magically sealed, they couldn't get in, so they've gone in through the sewers. They are currently making their way up the sewers to get through to her. They have just found themselves in a rather ornate room, clearly a sewer showroom, if you will, like an, oh, look at a sewer kind of thing. It is now currently being filled by a gigantic ooze monster, which has literally filled this entire room and is making its way up to engulf them. They tried to escape upwards, opened a manhole cover above them, and another ooze came down from above, and they are currently being sandwiched between the two of them. As we rejoin the party at this point, there's about 3 feet in between these two oozes. 2 of the party members are about to teleport out. The magic scroll that they used at the beginning is still affecting the ship on the hour every hour. How strange. And as it does, 2 new crew members will be teleported in. Vrogavog. Where was Vrogavog at this point in the hour when she got teleported in? He, they, it.
Thing.
Attaching itself to the wall, because there's algae on it, and it could come in handy at one point.
She
You never know.
specialises in algae.
I do
Vrog specialises in algae and is checking out some algae on a wall when you teleport out into this situation with the oozes coming between you.
Yeah, I was trying to find a nice place to sleep, but suddenly I was teleported out of
What's
the
your
sleep.
character called?
My character is named Kulich.
Do we have to?
We haven't
In a
done
second.
we haven't done intros.
How do I spell that? How do you say that?
Kulich.
Kulich. Kulich is teleported in as well, and suddenly these four people find themselves in this centre point between these two oozes. Why don't we go around and introduce ourselves, starting on the right.
Hello,
Fascist.
my name's Leo. I'm playing Filey Biontaru, the ship's geologist. It's KU and then Lich. Filey Biontaru,
We're live tweeting, we
ship's
just have to spell
geologist. I'm not a big fan of the situation at present. I was having a wonderful evening, drinking away my sorrows about the presumed death of my best friend. But now I'm here, fighting ooze.
His best friend was the ship's captain, the ship's second captain after the first died reading said tablet. The second has now been banished by a spell that went awry, presumably back to where they came from, which is where they're trying to go. What will happen in the next 20 hours? Find out tomorrow. Not happening this hour. Coolidge, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Kulich,
Kulich.
and I was sent to fix something on the ship, but I'm a little bit lazy. So I just try to snack somewhere in a small place, because I'm pretty small, and just try to find some place to sleep.
He's another stone.
And
Yep.
suddenly I was teleported.
And you were teleported
Ow.
here to this terrifying situation. Gwendolyn.
My name is Ed. I am playing a character called Gwendolyn Skull, who is a male half-elf fighter who is the master of the Spirit of the Horizon, which means he's normally in command of everybody on the ship who is not military.
Master and Commander. There's a whole movie.
Yes. That's
Book
cool.
series as well, apparently.
Which is so much better.
Sure.
Usually is.
Frog.
Vrogavog is a specialist in algae and is very consumed by it, and looks for it everywhere.
Splendid. So, Vrog, Kulich, you are teleported in, and you suddenly find yourself in a 3-foot air pocket between two gigantic oozes coming towards each other to try and squash you. Coolidge, it is your turn first. What would you like to do?
Well, 3 feet is still plenty, but
3 feet is plenty for you,
Yeah.
halfling. You are 3 feet tall. But you get the sense these things are in movement and about to squeeze in and swallow you all whole.
I'm pretty confused right now, probably.
Sure.
So I'll just try to.
Attack.
Not the. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Well, down. Like attack down.
Yeah.
You could
I
very
would-
easily
I would
attack down.
Probably try it. Not
Okay.
expecting much.
Make an attack roll. Roll your 20-sided dice and add your modifier to your rapier. As
Yep.
it is very close, you can just try and hit it.
7
19.
plus 19.
You absolutely hit it. It has an
Nice.
armor class of 7. It is a gigantic ooze.
Yeah, don't
Roll
worry about
for
that.
damage.
So that'll be this one here.
8
Oh,
plus 7.
15.
15.
Good work.
Nice.
The one below you, the one that's coming up to join you, is looking a lot more ragged than the one above you, because he's cast Disintegrate at it twice, and big chunks of it have been eaten away. However, it is still coming. You have certainly injured it more, which is good. Frog, you are in this intermediate space. You are currently managing to hold yourself up on a ladder, so you are not in any contact with this ooze, but if you don't do something quickly, they're going to slop you between them. Slop you? Yeah, slop you is going to happen.
Jam sandwich.
Hit the one below.
That's an ooze sandwich.
Yeah, hit the one below.
Sandwich.
Hit the one below.
One below.
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 I think I hear an echo.
Below.
I'm not entirely sure where it's coming from.
I mean, I think what they're saying is hit the one above you.
No.
No, the opposite
Stop
of
it.
that.
Stop it.
A voice in your head says above.
No.
Well, I do have a rapier in my hand,
Correct.
and I would like to stab at it.
The one
Yes.
below you.
Yes, the one below me.
This is the most sensible thing she's ever done whilst I've been playing with her. Well done. Well done.
Vrog,
I have
stab
stabbed in the back.
stab below you, and because he is now fighting it, you get sneak attack damage on it.
Yes. Bring it on.
Yes.
So roll your damage, roll your attack roll, make sure you hit
If
it.
you ever find
Yeah.
something that's
Yeah,
something else
you
is
do.
fighting
You
you,
absolutely
or if
hit
it
it.
doesn't know where you are.
And it's 1.
You deal with 8d6.
Roll the damage. So roll your 8d6. Ed, help out.
Yes.
Rogues do a lot of damage when they hit things in a sneak attack.
That's
so she's
fine.
currently rolling how much damage she does with it. 8d6.
8d6. What?
I've got no.
Correct.
Oh, see.
1d8 plus 7,
So
then
you need to roll back
8d6.
dice to
4 times.
roll.
You've got no dice to roll.
If you'd like me to take my turn.
We won't need to because she's probably going to kill it.
No.
16.
If you'd like me to take my turn,
She's probably going to kill it.
I'm not going to do anything to
21.
that one. I never was.
Last one.
Fascinating. Hang on.
29. Nice. So hang on, that was 10, 39 points of damage.
39 points of damage. Vrog, as you poke this thing below you, just a little boop, it pops.
Yes!
Unbelievable!
Like a
Nice!
blister.
There you go.
Like a balloon, and suddenly it's just
helped it.
raining bits of ooze. Can everyone please make a perception check?
Natural 20. A critical success.
12,
Thank you.
You get
20.
12 as well.
So you
Plus
add
perception.
perception, yeah.
He's
So
gonna find
13.
out.
13,
12.
12,
Wow.
12. Well, you're all above 10, so you will notice this. You are in a sewer of a magical city. This ooze is here. And as it pops, something odd happens to the air around you. Violet, make an Arcana check. You rolled the highest. And your Arcana is quite good.
Yeah, well, I don't know why I'm checking. I know what it is.
You know what it is?
No, I know what my Arcana is.
Oh, I see.
15, unfortunately.
15. That's high enough to recognize that this creature, in its popping, has also removed all magical energy from the space it inhabited when it died.
From the space it inhabited.
Correct. You are currently in 3 feet of normal air, with this thing coming down towards you, but the air below you is a magical null zone.
Not a
There is
problem.
no magic in that
Not a
area.
problem.
Any of you who are currently flying, these two, may have some problems in a minute.
No, not a problem at all. Can I have my turn, please?
It is not your turn yet.
I didn't have my turn at the top of the round.
No. They all have better dexterity than you.
I've got 18.
So do they.
I was at the top of the round last.
They came in above you because they just arrived and should go first. Philip!
Gwendolyn wasn't.
Gwendolyn hasn't gone yet!
Neither have I. No, go on.
It's now your turn,
Thank
Philip.
you. I cast Maze on the one above us.
Maze.
You don't get to save.
I don't get to say.
It's banished.
Now, before anyone does the flying monsters, it just makes them gone forever. I'm going to check
You
this.
don't get to save. No, would you like me to explain it?
I'm
'Cause I
looking
know
at the
it.
sheet right
No,
now.
I know it in my head.
Please tell me.
You don't get to save. It's transported to a demiplane where it is entrapped in a magical maze. It must make a DC 20 intelligence check to escape the maze at the top of each of its turns.
Okay.
So it is gone.
Brilliant. This is brilliant.
Okay, that happens.
Yeah. For like 10 minutes.
It's a concentration effect.
True.
Isn't that fascinating?
I have a circlet of concentration that I picked up right at the
Oh,
beginning
sure
of
you
the
do.
adventure.
Right, okay. I can still roll for it. You. Right.
Watch him roll a natural 20.
You just
I
watch
know,
me.
right?
I don't need to roll a 20. As the creature below you pops, the one above you disappears out of existence. You don't know where it's gone. He does. You don't.
Out now, Gwendolyn, please.
Yes, fine.
Good. It's not his turn. It is, Gwendolyn. It's your turn.
Yeah, I was going to
Fine,
say.
right, okay, yeah. So
Above you, the ooze has gone. The manhole cover has now fallen back into place. But above you, you don't know what's above you at this point. There's no idea.
I'm going. Oh, I'm still flying.
You are still flying.
Still flying. I'm going to do the same Superman. kind of
Straight
thing,
up,
try and
roll a
fire the
strength
thing
check
through.
with advantage
Yarr.
to break through.
No.
What? Hey, why?
Oh.
Reroll.
11. Sorry.
11. 11 on the
know,
manhole cover that
I know.
takes 12 to move.
Oh.
Splendid.
Kidding me.
Tunk! Ow! I think you take 1 point of damage for that because it would have been just a
my
flat
wrist
hand.
basically just broke
Yeah.
itself.
Currently, the manhole cover is not moving. The one beneath you is gone. The one in. I'm going to describe this because I quite enjoy it.
Okay.
Suddenly, whoop, this ooze appears in the middle of a corridor of mazes.
He didn't. He didn't.
I rolled a 19 plus my intelligence modifier of +1.
How An intelligence modifier of +1.
It does. Black and white.
Ridiculous. I give up.
Yeah. There's literally nothing else we could have done.
I give up.
You flew straight up, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I did. Hang on, but I didn't move the manhole cover.
No, it was through the manhole cover.
So it's
Yeah, it was seeping into.
So
right
how's it
where
going to
you
appear
are.
in 2 places at once? I think this needs a roll of the dice.
Can't believe you rolled a 20.
I'm good like that.
I'm so upset right
I want to
now.
make clear what I've just done. I want to explain it to everyone because I want you to know that dice rolls are fair. I believe dice rolls and the randomness of that make this game fair.
Yeah.
I wanted to roll a dice to see if it got below a 10, it would go above, and if it got under a 10, it would go below. I rolled an 11. No, it's gone below. It's engulfing all of you. It reappears and exists. It tries to reappear in the same place, but there's something in the way. So, as it, bloop, oh, there's the exit. Bloop, bloop, goes straight towards it.
I teleported it to the beginning of a maze.
How the spell works. It reappears, and all of you are engulfed by it. Every single one of you is engulfed by this gigantic gelatinous slime behemoth. That's what it's called. Right, everyone, you can try and escape this on your turn, but you've got a long way to go because it's filled but a third of this room.
Point of order, we're grappled but not restrained.
Correct.
I'm just going to do it again.
No.
Oh, we're all in it now.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, please do. Please do. I would love if you did it. Love it.
But we can only escape down.
Yeah.
Into a null magic space.
Manhole. Anyway, sorry.
Gentlemen,
Carry on.
I'm afraid it is Kulik's turn first. Kulik, you are currently surrounded by this ooze. You have to make a strength saving throw to try and free yourself from said ooze. You'll have to make at least 2 or 3 to get out of it, because this thing is gargantuan. If you went up and tried to move the manhole cover, you'd probably get out faster, but you're not very strong, are you?
no.
Okay. What would you like to do? You can try and go up, you can try and go down.
Yeah, I'll probably try to go up, hoping
Okay.
someone else opens.
Make a strength saving throw to
Which
move.
is which dice?
20-sided, and it's plus
20-sided,
0,
plus
so it's just
0,
whatever
yeah.
you roll on that.
3.
Uh-oh.
You do not manage to move on your turn. You take 11 points of acid damage as this thing slowly starts to eat you.
Yeah. Okay, this is not good.
I'm sorry, Kulik, you get to do nothing. Vrog, it is your turn. Make a strength saving throw to do stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. 8.
You take 9 points of acid damage as it slowly starts to eat you, and Vrog, you also can do nothing. Violet, it is your turn.
Still killed one. That's awesome.
You are currently restrained. You can do something without trying to free yourself just by casting a spell. That's totally fine. But if you want to move or make any actions apart from your basic bog standard, do some little hand movements, talky, wizard stuff, you would have to roll a strength saving throw.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I did it again, if we would go with it?
Absolutely.
Please. What would you call this?
I would call it an
Nature,
intelligence check.
Arcana?
Just
Nothing
a
without-
straight-
An arcana check, sure, an arcana check. What did you roll?
16.
16. You don't know. You've never done it before. Neither have I. We'll see what happens. You also take 12 points of acid damage.
What do you reckon, Gwen?
Take 12 points of acid damage.
Yeah, I'm going to take 12 points of acid damage.
I don't have the intelligence to escape a maze.
I'm going to...
You wouldn't be escaping the maze. It would be with you inside it.
Yeah.
Or would it? I don't know.
Oh,
don't
it's
know.
not gonna
Honestly,
get
I
out.
don't know.
Yeah.
This is one of those grey areas. The rules don't.
And I get to choose what happens. Oh, I love
Don't
these.
do it.
No.
No,
I'm-
I'd roll for it. Like, you know I would.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to. No, but I don't want to die in a cube.
We can still
What's a cube, my friend?
disintegrate it.
From the inside.
I would rule that a disintegration effect would be a sort of sphere around you
Yeah.
and would affect everyone you hit. with it. Actually,
Go-
they get constitution checks, I'm sure.
I'm going to try and break free north and get through the manhole cover.
You are still flying, so you get to roll it with advantage.
Oh, cool. Okay.
There's 2 concentration spells, you are still flying.
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Nope, you are stuck. You take those 12 points of acid damage.
Yep.
Gwendolyn,
Right.
Gwendolyn, save your friends.
I understand. I'm gonna try
Save
my
your
hardest.
friends, Gwendolyn.
So I'm going to try.
Because what happens next is hilarious.
When he says that, it does not mean what we
Oh,
think
it does.
means. Really?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to try and fire upwards again for the third time
Make a strength saving throw to move.
with advantage?
You're still flying.
Yes.
For now.
Okay. So 21 to start.
Not bad.
Oh, natural 20!
Splendid. You power through this. You
Our
can move.
lives in your hands.
Yeah.
Yes!
I
He
will.
leaves
a
us
good
there.
I will rule because it's a nat 20 because
I'm
you've
over
rolled
here,
very
sorry,
well
guys.
that the strength of getting free of this is enough to push up on the manhole cover with advantage.
Great. Oh, so I've got to roll again? For the...
Yeah, you've made your way out, but you don't have to push them out. You still take 10 points of acid
With
damage.
advantage, though.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
DC 12, come on,
Oh,
you're
no,
a
that's
fighter.
hang on. 14. Oh, yes, 14!
You push the manhole cover up, and like a sort of champagne cork again,
Yes.
you push it up, and this creature is no longer there, and you manage to get a hand out. You have done it, Gwendolyn. You have moved up. However, it is now the behemoth's turn. It can move 10 feet.
Oh. I see.
It moves down. You are no longer held in it,
Yeah.
so you are not affected by this. It moves away. You are actually now out of it in this manhole, looking down as this sort of water surface almost moves away from you. However, you failed. All three of you go 10 feet down and are now in a magical null space.
I thought we were 30 feet above the or at least 15 feet above the magical null space.
When it reappeared with you all at the point... Sorry, I should explain this a bit more mathematically. There was one beneath you.
Yeah.
There were 3 feet between you and it, where you were in an airspace between them.
Oh, 3 feet, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, I added a 0 in my head.
Probably not wise.
That's my bad.
The 3 of you are now in a magical null space where no magic functions. So you will have to make your way out physically.
But we are still on a ladder of sorts.
Well, no, we're in
Probably
it.
no.
You have been sucked off this... No, I'm not going to say that. You have been sucked away from this ladder.
Unless you want to leave your hands there.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, yeah, it's not a good idea.
No, I was more like sliding down. Or
Oh, you could be... I'd allow that just for cool, for the fact it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Cool. You are now further down into this room in a magical null space. The magical null space only extends about 7 feet above you, so it's not like it's out of the way. However, Gwendolyn,
Yes.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw because you're not flying anymore.
Because my concentration's dropped.
Oh, got you. Yeah, fine. Dexterity saving 15.
15. As you suddenly rose, whoop, boom, you managed to grab onto the ladder. You are fine. You're not falling into it. You've managed to hold on.
So, sorry, I'm below the manhole cover now?
No, you are standing. You are by the manhole cover. You made a
Yes.
dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
You managed to hang on to the ladder because you stopped flying.
Got you.
You made a dexterity saving throw. You caught on. It's
Fine,
fine. You are dealt with. Sorry, complicated room.
Yes.
Right. Kulik, it's your turn.
Yeah, I would like to try to get it up.
Sure.
again.
Strength saving throw.
Go.
Get it on.
Yes!
Yes, you managed to break free. You can now make your way to the top and try and climb up the ladder if you like.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do.
I would argue that is another. It is a acrobatics probably as a rogue. You can probably swim because you're swimming out of this thing. You can probably just flip your way up the ladder.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Acrobatics.
Guess what, everyone? Philip's
17.
boned.
How much? Is it 5 plus 12?
17.
Nice.
If he's a half rogue,
He is a halfling rogue.
proficiency with it, which case
Oh yes, sorry, you've got
Oh,
reliable
reliable
talent.
here,
Reliable
which
talent.
means anything that you've got an asterisk
Never
next
apologise for
to,
a reliable
Uh-huh.
talent.
you get minimum you can roll is a 10.
Ah, okay.
Apart from if you roll a 1.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's 10 plus 12.
Kulik, you get out.
20.
You get out of this with consummate ease. You make your way up and whoop, 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 whoop. Gwendolyn, the halfling rogue sort of whip, leaps up around you and is currently above you,
Will
looking
you
down.
stop doing that?
Sorry.
No, I'm glad you're out. But, right.
Frog, it is your turn. Make a strength saving throw to not die. You'll take 7 points of acid damage out from it as you leave it.
No, not at all. 3.
Frog, I mean, you held onto the ladder. You're still there.
Okay.
That's it. Unable to move. Philip, you are in a null magic space. Your spells do
There's
nothing.
I can do, is there?
You can make a strength saving throw.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Oh dear, you take away the wizard's toys.
I have a -1.
Yes!
which means I rolled a 0.
Oh, God! So you rolled a 1. 1 technically doesn't apply for modifiers applied to it. It's
I
just
know. It was a fun moment of maths, Chris.
Which is what this game is all about.
Vrog, sorry, I didn't roll for you. You take 6 points of acid damage. Philip, you are still stuck. You can't get more stuck, so I'm not going to do anything worse to you with a 1. But
Sure.
let's 15 points of damage to Philip. I think someone might need to help your friends.
Please
Yeah.
do.
Otherwise, they are not long for this world. Gwendolyn, it is your turn.
I am still attached to my rope.
You have a rope that you were pulling up with you. I would happily argue that the rope is not being held very carefully by this creature because it's not going to eat it.
Not
So
exactly,
you are
so-
very much able to pull that out or use it.
Yeah, so I want to lash it to the ladder.
Yep.
And put the other end around my waist. I seem to spend all my time doing this.
Yep.
And then
Dun,
kind of
dun.
yeah,
Oh, excellent.
and then kind of bungee down to try like who's the nearest.
Vrog is still on the ladder. Philip is a bit lower than her because he was flying and he's at a slight angle.
Philip
Vrog is
is
straight down.
So I
Also
want.
being eaten by acid.
Yeah. I want
You're both being eaten by acid.
Well, I want to. I suppose I can't. Can I say to Philip?
You can absolutely talk.
That's what I mean. Grab hold of her if you can.
He can't move.
I
That's
can't.
what I thought.
I'm.
Fine. So I'm going to try. I'm going to
Grab
go
Brog.
down. Yeah, grab Brog because she's nearer.
Well, as Gwendolyn, the hero, ties the rope around himself and dives straight down, I need to make an athletics check to dive gracefully into the ooze.
Ooh, 26.
Interesting.
That was the quickest turnaround on that we've
ever had. 26.
26.
Yeah.
26. Gorgeous. It's a swan dive. It is just spectacular. Oh! I mean, you're in a manhole cover like little thing. Like it's a small corridor. It's not.
I understand.
It's more of a. And you manage to go straight down and bloop, you go in
Yeah.
and you make your way towards Vrog. It's a grapple, so make an athletics check.
Hang on, 16.
16. You don't contest this in any way, do you? No.
Thank you. Very big
He
of
grabs you and Vrog, you are held by Gwendolyn Skull, master of the ship.
Yay!
Gwendolyn, at this point, that's all you can do, and you will need to make a strength saving throw to not get caught in it again, because you might have just entered the same situation yourself.
you. Yes.
So that's what's happened there.
I don't think acid damage. No, I don't. That's fine. Not until the end of
Nope,
Fine.
but this is what happens next. The creature continues to move 10 feet down. So the rope's still around you.
Yeah.
You tied it on.
Mhm.
I'm guessing it wasn't. I'm guessing you didn't tie it on with enough length to.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, because I would have. Okay, I was holding one end, and
Yes.
I tied that to the ladder.
Yes.
And I tied the other end.
It's 50 foot. I've got a number in my head. Be careful how long you stay this way, otherwise it might literally try and tear you apart.
Yes, I understand.
Right. Good. Great. So it has moved down. Everything's been moved down slightly further. Vrog, you are moved down. He is moved down with you. Philip, you're also pulled down. Good. You're fine. Just watching your friends below you.
Does the
I
gelatinous
don't like
cube?
it.
It-
I would
I
just
mean-
climb down and try to hold them. Like,
How are you going to help them?
well, climb down the ladder and probably just reach out with my hand if they get at the.
You are 3 foot tall. Your reach is about
it's not-
1
it's-
foot.
Yeah, but
it's
it's
not
not
a bad
about
idea.
the reach. But
Yeah.
I can still help pull.
You have rope on you. You would have
I
rope
have
on you.
rope,
You could do
okay.
the same thing he's done, but your strength is appalling.
No,
That's the only problem.
let Gwendolyn do that.
You could try attacking this thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Do
true.
that.
I'll
Short
try
bow
it.
then.
Yeah.
You're going to stab it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's gonna
But,
stab it?
I'll need to probably crawl down.
Or you could
You've
use
got a
your
short
bow.
bow.
Yeah, use the
I
bow.
got a short bow, so I'll just.
Do that.
Yeah.
It is not currently attacking anything, technically.
Yep.
So
Does-
technically, you are just literally shooting
Does-
arrows.
Does the gelatinous cube know where he is? Though?
Blind sense, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Blind sight. Hey, man. So make an attack roll with your short bow.
did you roll
which
that?
is
17.
No.
Oh, no.
Doesn't matter, honestly. Yeah, you hit it. It has a very low armor class. So
That's fine,
you shoot your
yeah.
short bow, roll for damage.
It's this one.
Yeah, 1d6. So it's 11.
11.
That'll do.
You have taken roughly 1% of its health off. That was a good start. Great start, I think. Though it's not actually that aggressive. It's just moving around.
Yeah, but he wants to eat us.
Yeah, it's hungry.
Want is a.
Subjective term with an ooze.
Although I don't know, it's got an intelligence of 12 apparently.
Apparently, it's got 5. No, what is it? It's got 4 intelligence higher than me. I can be outwitted by a massive ooze. This feels.
I feel like
That
we
is your
are
lot in
being
life.
outwitted by a massive ooze.
I am indeed a massive ooze. Right, Frog, it is your turn. You are currently being held by Gwendolyn, who's trying to pull you out. If you make a strength saving throw and you're fine, it will help him with the process of trying to get you out.
Okay.
But you don't want to break the grapple with him, so just make a strength saving throw, and if you're all right, we'll continue.
Not bad. 14.
14. That is enough. You are free to move.
Yay!
What I would suggest is hanging on so he can do it for you. You could assist him if you want in help getting you out.
About here exactly?
In getting
Sorry,
in,
no.
not like that, you crude man. Yours take 4 points of acid damage. Slowly eating away, but you are probably in a position to be saved now, which is great. That's what we want. Philip, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You are 17 feet away from magic. All the things,
17 feet away from magic.
all of these things that your mind is full of, you can do at 17 feet away. All 30? No, it's not that big. Or 23 feet down.
Oh, right.
So you're currently in the midpoint of awfulness.
It would be more difficult to go down than it would to go up.
You're currently in the midpoint of awfulness, my friend. It's entirely up to you how you handle that situation.
But the thing is going down, so.
Yeah, I understand that, but if I go up, then I remain in the magic null zone.
It's like we can get you out. How badly injured are you? In fact, I can't answer these questions.
Well, you could. I mean, it would come out as blah, 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 blah.
As Gwendolyn looks at me, I look fairly injured.
Like,
Okay.
it's like the parents in Charlie Brown talking. That's what it would sound like.
How much acid damage do I take at the top of this turn? Just out of interest.
5.
Oh, that's not so bad. If I were to put a number on it, I'd say I have about 39 hit points.
Roughly.
If I could numerically value my health, it would be 39.
Exactly.
Good. Okay.
I'm going to make a strength saving throw to try and climb out of the top of this thing.
Excellent.
Good idea.
18.
Yay! -1.
No, that's after the -1.
Oh, amazing! Well done.
I rolled a 90. I did exactly the same as it did with me.
You did.
Yeah.
Both miracles achieved.
Occur. Yeah.
Philip manages to find strength, real physical body strength,
Yes.
For the first time in his life.
and pulls himself up. You can get 17 feet up, Philip. You have an action. How would you like to use it?
I would like to
Kill everything.
climb.
As you
Wait, hang on. I can get
You-
17 feet up.
you make your way up, and suddenly
I'm out of
the
the magic.
knowledge of your abilities floods your brain.
I
You're
would-
still in the ooze, but you know your magic again.
Okay. I would like to hold onto the wall
You're-
to anchor myself to this plane of reality.
That's not how it works, but go on.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Do it. Just do it. Come on, it'll be so much fun. Do it. You've got to do it. Come on. I want it to happen. Make it happen.
So do I.
Then do it.
I'm gonna cast
You-
maze on it.
Oh no!
Yes.
This is such a bad idea.
I've said it before. I believe in dice rolls. So, can everyone please roll a?
When you say everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, you included.
No, I mean, who do you mean everyone? Oh, everyone.
You're in it. You're in it.
I'm not.
He's
Oh,
not.
yes, we are all in it.
The three of you are in it.
I didn't. Okay, hang on. I didn't realise we were all in it.
He's not.
I thought I was the only one in it. If
They're
I-
in it. You said you were going to do it.
But I didn't know the situation. If Philip was the only one in it, he'd definitely do it.
Yeah, I actually
I
thought that
would
they
say
were out as well.
we should have a dice roll about this because I do kind of think that you did. say
Make
you
a
did.
wisdom check to see if
Yeah,
you
yeah, I do think
saw
that's fair.
who was in it or
Or
not.
perception check.
No, just wisdom.
Modified 20.
Yes.
You're aware these two are in it as well.
I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't. That's not.
Really upset.
That's,
Would have been so much fun.
it
No,
would.
it would not. It would have been deadly for everyone.
Yeah, I want to hold. Yeah, that was my next plan.
Awesome.
Was
Fine.
I want to hold my action until everyone is out of the
We
ooze,
still need you.
and then cast maze. I can get out of my own maze.
Can
Yeah,
you?
are you sure? Anyway, right. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's a good
Hashtag
plan.
I am very smart.
To be fair, your last maze, an ooze saw by going, oh, there's the exit. Just went over and that was it done.
Not that much of a problem. Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true,
yeah,
that's
it's
true,
true.
that's true.
Okay, Philip, you stay in the ooze, you hold your action so when everyone leaves, you will cast Mazed on it.
Yes.
You
Please. Please.
It leaves me with an interesting conundrum that we'll get to. Lovely.
But I still want to hold on to the wall in vain hope that it will
Yeah, I'm going to count
anchor
that.
me to this.
Gwendolyn, it
reality.
is your turn. You can use your action to try and
Yes.
Make strength saving throw to get out.
Right.
You can do it with advantage because Vrog is helping you.
Thank you.
God help us.
That's better. 26.
26.
Yes.
With Vrog's help, you manage to pull yourself and her out, and you manage. Kulich is currently on the ladder, shooting arrows into this thing.
So everyone's out.
So everyone's out.
Yay!
Maze time.
Okay.
Amazing.
I'm rolling a D100.
Yeah. What are the odds? Never tell me the odds.
Thanks, Han Solo.
I don't know what that means. A 5. Okay.
You and the ooze wink out of existence.
Bye, guys.
The three of you, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah,
You have no idea what's going on.
Yep.
Philip,
Uh-huh.
you're inside a maze.
Uh-huh.
It's not a maze of your own design.
Well, no, it's just a maze.
It's just a maze. You, inside this ooze, are inside a maze.
Uh-huh.
You'd have to make a strength saving throw to get out, to move,
Go anywhere, yeah.
to go anywhere. So
Yeah.
you will stick with it and take acid damage with it.
I was aware of that.
Cool. We'll come back to you in a minute. Bizarro,
Yeah,
bizarro sacrifice. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Right. It is now the ooze's turn, so he gets to roll an intelligence check to work out how to get out of this maze.
I am gonna flip this table.
Is it going out again?
It's 16. It doesn't.
I was worried I was
so close.
going to actually have to flip the table there for a moment.
It rolled a 16. It rolled a 16. It doesn't know how to get out. As you watch Philip, it's sort of It decides to put its hand on the left wall and just starts going.
Oh, nice. That is clever.
Thank you.
No,
It was a 16?
We had this argument yesterday.
It's true.
Chris and I.
Correct. Kulich, it is your turn. The ooze has disappeared. Your friends have come out. The wizard has not. Sad. What would you...
I don't think you care at all. He's really annoying.
Just appropriating Trump mannerisms here, guys. That's all I'm doing. Right, so...
Excuse me, you hired me.
I know.
What would you like to
annoying
do?
when I
You can
hide
climb up, try and make your way out of here, but
Yeah,
your
I'd
wizard
like to
friend has
climb.
gone.
Immensely entertaining.
Up to see what's up over the manhole.
Sure.
Yeah.
As you make your way to the manhole, you have to make a strength check to try and open said manhole.
Hang on, did I not
Closing
open
it?
it?
It fell back in place when you...
Just like, just jump up and.
Oh no, you
down
were already
again.
in this bit, weren't you?
Yeah.
You're in a
Yeah.
corridor with another manhole above you.
Wait, so there's...
You went through the first manhole.
Yeah.
There is now just a. If you've been inside a manhole, it's just a long tube
Yeah.
with a ladder in it. So you can keep climbing up said ladder.
Okay.
It's a long way up.
Okay.
Ed, you've been inside a manhole.
I've been inside a manhole.
Steady, steady.
Oh, not that kind of manhole. Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
what he said.
it's a long
I mean, that's not
tunnel,
true
yes.
either, but guys, it's the wrong place. Right, so you can make your way up. You've got 25 feet of movement. You can move at that because you are a second story.
Past the
So you can move up 25 feet, which makes you about a quarter of the way up.
Okay, so.
So you go up. Cool. Guys, Kulich has started up the ladder. He's about 25 feet up said ladder. You can continue up said ladder as well.
Let us send this ladder to the nth degree. Ascend, maybe, I mean.
Sure. You can use half your movement. She can use her whole movement.
Do you hear that noise? That noise is 5 being added to the DC.
That is a distinct possibility.
No, you... Because you can't climb at the same speed. These guys are second-story
rogue,
thieves. They're
yes,
very
no,
good
that's
at
true,
climbing.
yeah,
So you can climb about 25 feet. You're behind Kulich, but not very far.
Fine.
You can climb... What is your movement?
30.
30. So you can climb 50.
Yeah.
So you're making your way up. You're all making up this... up this ladder. It's all fun. Philip, make a strength saving throw to get out from inside the ooze.
Natural 20. I'm
You are shitting me.
No bamboozles. No bamboozles.
It is indeed a natural 20. I mean, you do take 7 points of acid damage as you
Sure.
pull yourself out of this thing.
Sure.
Ugh. True.
Now comes the rage.
I'm going to roll the intelligence check, but can it not be my turn because I have a B plan if I fail it?
Can it not
No.
be your taste?
Okay, I'm going to run as fast as I can away from whatever direction the ooze is going,
Sure.
and I'm going to roll this intelligence check.
I mean, we're in sort of realms of these spells are not meant to function this way in sort of the nth degree now, but
I'm aware. It's an
I
intelligence
will allow
saving
you to
throw.
run as far away as you want to and then make an intelligence check.
It's saving throw.
Yeah, it's different now.
can't just change my spells.
I can, because this
Yeah.
is a maze of your
Oh, it does
own...
actually say change.
It does. Also, this is a strange situation.
You think this is a strange situation, Chris? Wait until you hear my B plan.
I'm looking forward to this.
10 minutes, so get through them quickly.
Make the roll. Is it another 20?
It's a 20, modified.
You find your way out of the maze and
Do you want to
reappear...
hear what the B plan was?
Yes.
Create a magnificent mansion within the demiplane, which is a demiplane within a demiplane,
No!
which would have ejected me out. because that's how that works.
That's true.
There's precedent for that.
Fine, you're out. Fine, you're out. Regardless, you're out.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm going to do now.
Yeah, you're gonna roll for it.
No, still there.
Yes. This is how this was supposed to go the first time.
Oh no, I've held onto the left wall, but this is an internal loop. Damn!
Thank you.
There you go. Good. That is actually true maze facts, guys. Maze facts.
True maze facts for you maze fans.
Philip, you can start climbing the ladder. Or,
Yes,
I mean,
I
would you climb the ladder?
Yes. Yeah, no, I don't know where this magic field is.
No, you're not in it anymore because you cast a magic spell and you've now reappeared in mid-air above an area. I mean, you get a reaction.
If I'm in mid-air, I will. Well, fly isn't technically a reaction, but
Is it not?
no.
Oh dear
Whereas
God,
grabbing
man.
onto a
Oh dear God.
Whereas grabbing onto a ladder would be. Is what I'm saying.
Well, you said wall.
Yeah.
The ladder's in the middle.
All right. Well, it's up to you're the GM.
I know. You
I,
pop
do,
back-
I want to not be
Don't
falling,
break all your-
please.
Yeah.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
I don't even. I never do these, so I don't know what.
Good. That's the whole point of this game, to
12.
challenge you.
12.
You manage to hang on to the walkway that you land on. Oh God! You're still you're still sort of somewhat out of the magic zone, so your spells keeps fading in and out as you bob up and down.
Okay.
You can climb you up to the ladder, make your way up, and your spells will all be back.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good.
That was fantastic.
It's
That
not
was
done yet.
awesome.
You can all climb. Yeah, you can all climb up.
You need to shut it in.
You're now halfway. You're now nearly halfway. You're 30 feet up. Philip, you're making your way. You can make your way to the ladder. You still have to climb up the first bit of ladder.
Yes.
Okay.
No. If I can, I would like to cast fly.
The moment you get to the ladder, you're above it. You can cast fly and fly straight up if you'd like.
Yeah, 60 feet per turn.
Okay, you do that on your next turn because you just cast fly at the end of your turn.
That's fine.
You see, I just have an image of you flying up, going to the pip as you go straight up.
Guys, I'm awesome.
The monster rolled a 16. It is still confused by this maze. It tries to do a Boolean algorithm and can't work it out.
8th level spells.
A Boolean algorithm.
Correct. That's how you solve mazes.
I know
yeah.
that.
Does the ooze? Does the
He's
ooze?
still more intelligent than me.
It's got a 12 intelligence. Exactly. It's got a 12
Amen.
intelligence. I think it knows that. Right. As you make your way up, do you all continue to make your way up the ladder? 75 feet. 75 feet. 45 feet. Yep.
Okay.
So, Philip, you try and go further up, but Gwendolyn's skull is blocking the entirety of this tunnel.
My ass is huge.
He is a 6.5 foot fighter. He is gigantic.
That's fine. I'm going to travel at Gwendolyn's speed for now.
I did not know what you were going to say then.
And just regale him with what I just did.
Give me a teaser of what you.
Gwendolyn, it was amazing. I didn't know whether I could even send myself to my own demiplane, but I can, and I was there, and it's awfully confusing, but I'm so clever.
We're all here now.
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, God. Right. That's a 4.
I did have a massively intelligent B plan, but I didn't have to do it.
Gwendolyn, he may as well be speaking Chinese. You have no idea what's going on.
No, I don't care.
Right, the ooze rolls again. Nope.
Yes.
This time it's lost its way and is now considering eating the walls.
Good plan.
Yeah.
It's not that it's an infinite maze. The whole demiplane is the maze.
Technically, the way the spell works, yes, it is.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah.
Right, you guys can keep making your way up. As you make your way up, there's a manhole cover above you. You have to make a strength check to break through
Hang
it.
on. Which order are we in? You're first.
He's
right?
first. She's right behind him. Sorry, they're right behind him.
Well, also, no, we can't.
Could you want to open the manhole cover above you?
We can't get
Is
round
there
each other,
some way to look through it? If there is like some.
You can make a perception check, or you could use your strength if you open it to open
Yeah,
it
just-
sneakily. That's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Make a strength
I'll
check.
try it. 7.
Nope, it's too heavy. Can't do it. Vrog, you can assist him on his next go, or you could try and climb round him and do it.
I think it's just.
I think we're probably better doing it
Work
together.
together. Yes.
So try and get to him so I can do it at the same time as these guys do.
Okay, so you're trying to do it together. 2 halflings, shoulders against it. Gwendolyn, you are now 60 feet up.
Right.
Still a way to go. Philip is still wittering.
I was going to say, at this point, can I just sort of go away from the wall a little bit to see the manhole cover and just blow it up? Or just disintegrate it?
Whoa!
Because
There are 3 people in the way of that, and I will make you roll with cover, and if you hit them, they will take it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. What this is me being practical and saying, seriously, you want to shoot a disintegration beam through 3 people?
What I would like to do, Chris,
Yes.
is create a wall of stone below us.
Yes, good call.
Just
Very
in
clever.
case.
Yeah, good call.
Thank you.
Yeah, just in case we
Considering
need
that
to
they
suddenly
can't
run.
make their way through stone because they can't eat stone. Very wise.
Thank you. That was my
We
C
did
plan.
that earlier. No,
That
that's
was my
true.
C
It was a
plan.
really- It was a very good idea.
Hang on. You made a wall of stone beneath you
Yeah.
as
What
you're
We
whittering
need
onto
to
him.
run down.
As I'm wittering on
So
to him.
just as you're talking, like, oh, hang on, and then just keep talking.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
My mouth.
Somewhere in the vast nothingness of space, a pendulum song starts. No,
Work.
yeah, thank you. A gigantic ooze tries to solve a maze. I mean, 10 minutes. Well, 9 and a bit now. It will work, but just be freed again. At which point it will try and make its way up and will find only rock, which it cannot eat through. And then it will go down and continue exploring this gigantic space it's found itself in.
So can we take 20 on the manhole cover, please?
Taking 20 is from 3rd edition.
I
Doesn't
know.
happen in this one. Can you roll me an Arcana check, please?
Okay. 17.
17. Philip, as you're talking to Gwendolyn, as you're floating up behind him, climbing up this very long manhole cover chute to get out of this mess, you think to yourself,
Please.
I should be more careful with my magical waste. If I'm not careful with it, it will form all sorts of hideous beasties in sewers beneath cities where I spend time.
No, I don't, because I'm not from this world, and back where we're from, we dispose of magical waste properly.
Do you?
Yes.
Stop talking.
Yes.
Are you not having an eco story to Gwendolyn?
Because, frankly, I'm disgusted with
for
Clathid. If
God's
it wasn't just for their misogyny and their blatant disregard for the people of the world, now they've created this monstrosity.
I don't even know what misogyny means. Shut up.
Which of you would like to roll? The other will assist. So, actually, no, do it together. Both roll an athletics check and we'll add the scores up.
Yeah. Not enough.
15.
15?
And mine?
6.
6.
Oh, but hang on. With the strength, it's 6.
Are you guys trying to be sneaky about this?
I would like
Yes.
to.
Roll stealth checks, both of you. The minimum of 20 odd.
Ooh! That's not good. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's 22.
23.
It's 22.
23.
23.
22.
22 as minimum, of course.
Yes.
Alright, you.
Did you just think that was 2?
Yeah, no, it was more that I was just. Yeah, anyway, it's fine. I forgot about the halflingness. of it.
Well, the creature above rolled a 21.
Yeah!
As you both manage to push this thing aside, you both sort of, ooky sneaky, look out. You are in a room. You can't see much of the room, but a blue orb stands in front of you, and next to it a hooded figure is
Candle.
poring over tablet pieces. You know what those are. And you have found your way in to find the sorcerer who stole all your stuff. And that's where we're going to end this hour of Adventurers Wanted. Thank you so much,
Come back
guys.
tomorrow morning, Ed.
I know! I'm not sure if I'm going to be allowed to. We'll see.
Going to be allowed to. Your show's finished. I'm going to hand over to Naomi to see us out. Sorry, guys.
Yes, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I want to know what that gift was.
Have to do the reveal. Okay. Thank you very much for coming to the 230th hour of Adventurers Wanted.
20 to go!
Can't believe we only have 20 to go.
I know, right?
Okay, so, just a couple of things before you leave. We're here tomorrow and Monday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. If you want to come back at any point, it's going to be super fun, especially the last day, because I think things are going to get a little bit crazy. There's a lot of
On Burr.
Yeah, so those are probably good times to come back. And if you want to play the Arsenal Tales of Crazy, which is a £5 at the Sleep website or at Knots on Downstairs, please tell people about us on social media, in person. We are on social media. We're Adventurers Wanted on most things, but Adventurers 250 on Twitter. We're live streaming at twitch.tv/adventurerswanted and live tweeting at adventurers250, but we're also on Instagram and Facebook at Adventurers Wanted. Does anyone have things they're doing outside
No.
this to plug?
Absolutely
Is
not.
Thief on tonight?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Oh.
Tell them about it.
Thief!
I also have one last show of Cheeky Kita Somewhere in the Ether, where you follow her, she's a comedian, into her dream. It's an hour of madness, it's great. It has driven me insane for the whole month. So please come along.
I actually saw Cheeky Keita in London and she's amazing.
She is, she's wonderful,
Oh.
she's insane, and it's wonderful.
Yes,
So
we
that's
approve this message.
2:45 at the Counting House, and then Thief is on right after this in this exact room.
So if you fancy a bit more theatre today, you can come outside and buy tickets for that. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. Can we give these guys a round of applause?
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you, people.
But we do have a really quick turnaround to get Thief in here, so you're going to have to love you and leave you. Thank you very much.
Bye, stream. See you
Bye,
tomorrow
stream.
morning. Does it all end then?